Hey guys, I'm Deepthi Desikan, and in this video I'm going to be talking about 10. Of course I have more than 10 products, you know me, I can never stick to a certain number, but 10 sounds good for a title. So 10 dupes that outperform the high-end products. I'm not sure if these were intentional dupes, but I have tested it out against a lot of high-end products and I feel like these surpassed a lot of high-end products. Okay, ignore my hair. If you have any kind of urge to leave a comment, it's because I just washed my hair and it doesn't behave well on the first day, but it gets better, I promise. So the first one is the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. You guys know this is a dupe for the Milk primer, Hydro Grip Primer, but this is so much better than that. I've tried that out. I hate it. I hate how it makes my makeup clump, patchy. It's so hard to get it to work with a lot of products, and this, I never had that issue, and this is a repurchase. And the Insight Professional Primer is so much better than the Benefit Professional Primer. I mean, they're identical in terms of performance, but this one is so affordable, so that is why it's better. And then for foundation, I love this Mars High Coverage Foundation. This is better than a lot of full coverage matte foundations from the high-end range, like the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. Up until a point, I thought that was undupable, and that was my favorite product, like for special occasions. Just one pump would give you full coverage, but that is also not very dry skin friendly, and it can be a little bit more matte. This one, you need more than just one pump for your entire face, but this gives you so much of a nicer finish than that. Like, it's, even if you have dry skin and you don't really like matte foundations, you would still like this. It's not that straight up matte finish. It has a demi matte finish, and it's just a beautiful foundation. Photographs really well. And if I had to recommend a foundation, like an affordable foundation in your bridal kit, this would be that foundation, because it gives coverage, it gives beautiful finish, it gives good lasting power, and also they have expanded the shade range in this. And then for concealers, I'm not saying that PAC tried to dupe any high-end concealer, but this is a really nice concealer. This one is their Studio HD liquid concealer. Their liquid foundation is also something that is like way better than a lot of high-end foundations, but they have reformulated it, and ever since I haven't tried the reformulation, but this concealer is so good. It's very lightweight, very serum-like, and it has good lasting power. It has a good finish underneath your eyes, especially if you have very dry skin, mature skin, you would like this. It's just that I haven't found my perfect match in this. This is a highlighting shade for my skin tone. This is in the shade medium 2C, because I want my perfect shade match for a day-to-day usage. But if I find that, this would be that perfect concealer. And also the packaging feels so nice, luxe and heavy, like well built. And then we have this mask concealer. Again, I'm not telling that they try to dupe this. Of course, we have to ask the manufacturer in China, like, who were you trying to copy? But this is so good. Like, I've compared this with my Bobbi Brown concealer. It's not quite comparable to the Too Faced one, because Too Faced concealer is a little bit more thick and adds a little bit more coverage, but this is very comparable to a lot of other high-end concealers, like the Natasha Denona one and everything, because it's pretty semi-matte. I mean, it's not too creamy, not too matte. It has really good coverage, medium high. Lasting bar is amazing, doesn't crease, doesn't fade away, doesn't cake up, even if you have like sort of dry skin. It's such a nice formulation, something that is a little bit unique, I feel like. So even high-end concealers don't compare to this one, so this is a really good product. And then we have a powder foundation. I know MAC Studio Fix powder foundation was a lot of people's favorite, but after the reformulation, I've seen a lot of people don't really like it. I have the original one and I do like it, but it's a little bit matte and it's a little bit full coverage for me. I feel like this is somewhat a little bit more forgiving on my skin, even though this also favors oily skin, humid weather so much more, but I still feel like it's a little bit more forgiving on my skin, and I really like this powder foundation. And after a long time, I've started to reach out for a powder foundation, and it is this. And then a setting spray that a lot of people pit against the one size setting spray is this L'Oreal Infallible 3-second setting mist. Apart from that nauseating fragrance where it almost like chokes you, this is a really good setting mist. I just wish that it was a little bit more fine. I don't even have the guts to spritz this, but if you can see past that, if you can work past that, this locks in your makeup and it just makes it pretty much transfer proof and keeps it intact for a really long time. So this is a really nice setting spray, minus that fragrance and this packaging that is like trying to pretend to be a snake. It's not a continuous mist, that's what I'm getting at. And then Mars Glow Fly Liquid Highlighter. If you get this one highlighter, I think you'll stop using all of the other highlighters or wouldn't have to repurchase or purchase any other liquid cream highlighters from the market, because this is so good. It looks natural on the skin. It doesn't have a lot of chunky shimmer particles. It's creamy. It doesn't dry down. Like the Rare Beauty liquid highlighter is just like so dry. What was it trying to do? So it doesn't do that. It's creamy, nice, hydrating, doesn't emphasize any texture. I mean, it's a highlighter, it does emphasize, but not too much. The L'Oreal Panorama Mascara. This is said to be a dupe for the MAC Stack Mascara. That one got rancid really fast. It was a really nice mascara, very lengthening and volumizing, but it started to smell and perform a little differently. But this one is going strong, very nice for like half the price of that, and waterproof as well. Then coming to some eyeshadows. These mass eyeshadows are really nice, okay? If you wanted something that is a little bit sparkly, that adds that oomph to your eye look with a little bit of fallout, if you're willing to see past that, it's a little bit flaky, you can see in the pan itself. So make sure to take a very, like, dab at it very lightly and then kind of apply it on your eyelid and spread it very, very slowly if you already have your base makeup on, and then you would love the effect this gives. It's very comparable, I feel like, to a lot of high-end eyeshadows for a fraction of the price, and it's so good. I have the shade 01 and 02, both of it on my eyes. Then Mars Matte Mousse. This took our country by a storm. I feel like it was out of stock for a really long time. A lot of people really like it. I don't find it to be as blurring as the MAC Powder Kiss liquid lipstick, but this is really good for the price, and it's also got really good shades, very pigmented and more medium and medium tan skin tone friendly shades, and I think they have expanded the shade range of this. It's really nice. So yeah, I like this. And then the NYX Lip Ivy Hydrating Gloss Serum. This I feel like is way better than a lot of lip tints, even the Raw Matte Juicy Lasting Tint, in terms of the shine it gives. It's like intense, highly pigmented and very nice and shiny, has really good shades as well. But the stain on this one, if you leave it for a longer time on your lips, it does stain your lips a teeny tiny bit, but not the most intense long lasting stain. So the ideal way you use a lip tint of any kind is you use a lip liner, and then like I watched this video somewhere, okay, this is how Korean people kind of recommend using the lip tints, are like you use a lip liner, a lipstick of a similar shade, and then dab this towards the center. So that's how you make it more long lasting. It's not supposed to be worn just on its own, and people just expect this to fix a lot of issues. Like, I want the stain to be pretty much long lasting the entire day. No, that's not going to happen. So the more easier way for you to use these lip tints, Raw Matte or any lip tint for that matter, is using a good lip liner like the K-Beauty lip liner or these Mars lip liners, which I've kept right here to show you guys in this video as well, that these Mars lip liners surpass any high-end lip liners I have tried out. I've tried out the Charlotte Tilbury one, Huda Beauty one, Makeup Forever. I feel like these are really nice. So if you get this, I don't think you would go out looking for high-end lip liners. Just that I feel like these lack that very nice, beautiful pink shades, which is what I like to use on a day-to-day basis. I don't really like to use brown on a day-to-day basis. I like pink. I like to use a certain particular K-Beauty lip liner. I'm not sure of the shade, but that's a beautiful pink, and any lip tint goes really well with that, and it makes it extremely long-lasting. So use a lip liner and then use any lip tints. And then also these Blue Heaven liquid lipsticks, these Cookie and Souffle liquid lipsticks, are also just very lightweight and blurring, like the MAC Powder Kiss liquid lipstick. Very lightweight and very affordable, and they have beautiful shades in this. I've got a couple of other shades as well, and this is not a new launch, and that's the thing when you come to my channel. I'm not talking about just new launches. I like to talk about products that were launched and then still going strong, still doing really well. And if you have bought this because of certain YouTubers' recommendation or my recommendation, you shouldn't feel like, you know, all those are outdated and they're old. I mean, you should still go back to using these products. So I'm giving you a reminder, if you've got any of these products, even the older products, on somebody's recommendation, don't let it just sit there, because it's your hard-earned money. Start using it again. And then this Mars Velvet Lip Tint. I do agree this was sent to me and I love it. I've used this a ton when I had to work out and all of that. It is a little bit drying. It's a matte lip tint, but the tint it leaves behind is very long lasting and I love the shades in this range. There's no particular shade that I use. I just use it interchangeably. I pick whichever one I get first and then start to apply it. And I like the stain it leaves behind. It's a little bit more long lasting than the Etude House fixing tint. And that's the reason I'm recommending this, because it's a dupe for the Etude House one. And this I'm not sure is a dupe for anything, but this Mars Queen of Matte's liquid lipstick, this is particularly the browns variant. If you get this one thing, I think you'll really love all the 3 shades in this. This works out pretty much for all skin tones. You can mix and match it as well. And the formulation of this liquid lipstick is super lightweight. It feels like nothing, but it has really good pigmentation and comfort level and pretty decent lasting power. So you can try this out as well if you're looking for an affordable liquid lipstick formulation that works better than a lot of high-end liquid lipsticks. So yeah, I think I pretty much covered a lot of products. I don't have a blush or bronzer recommendation because I feel like I'm not sure which one was inspired by which, like e.l.f. is pretty much duping all of the high-end products, but I just didn't want to keep it just e.l.f. all the time. I know there's some from Tipsy Beauty and all of that, but I don't feel like it surpasses the high-end one. So I'm just not including products for namesake in this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Do let me know if you want to watch more such videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.